Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609. I'm out and about driving this morning. I'm near the little semi-ghost town, old mining town called White Oak, about 12 miles from Carrizozo, New Mexico, and I'm at an official scenic historic marker, and I'll read it to you because it's interesting. Susan McSween Barber, Cattle Queen of New Mexico. She was born in 1845. She died in 1931. It says, born Susan Hammer in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, she married Canadian-born lawyer Alexander McSween. Moving to New Mexico Territory in 1875, the couple figured prominently in the Lincoln County War, joining forces with John Tunstall in opposition to the Dolan-Murphy faction's corrupt cattle business practices. In retaliation, Susan's husband was killed and her house burned down. She lost a court battle due to the Santa Fe Ring's ties to the faction, but went on to challenge Lawrence Murphy in his own arena cattle. But anyway, that just goes to show you, out here in the 1860s or so, this was rugged country, and if big fish did eat little fish, and that's just the way it was. And that Englishman that came over here and started that store to compete with the Dolan Murphy group for the Fort Stanton business. He was play by the rules, but what he found out the hard way, they killed him, was there are no rules. Okay, big fish eat little fish, and that's what happened. But anyway, we're on our way now. I got the camera tilted slightly, apparently. But anyway, we're on our way. We're just a mile or so right out of White Oak. It's just a small, very small community. They do have a fairly reputable little bar here that's open, I don't know what hours, but apparently people from Carrizozo and other places come here and get plowed meaning drunk. Anyway, so we're headed on in here, and was an old silver mining, gold mining town. Still is. I think there's still some people that do a little mining in this area. But you can see the old mining equipment around. I can anyway. You can't see it from the video, but we're going to go into the town and check it out. I don't think they have a little museum, and they have some other things that are kind of interesting, and we'll check them out and see what we've got here. But yeah, I find this interesting, all this old history of the Western USA, because what you find out is it was lawless. It was just lawless. I mean, there were no rules. But I've been here one time before. I went to the little museum, and they have some showing the old clothing that people wore. Here's the White Oaks Church, and there's one pickup there, so there's a message in that. But anyway, here we are at White Oaks, and I'll read you this sign here, keep you posted here on the history. This is another official scenic historic marker. It says, White Oaks grew rapidly after the discovery of gold in 1869. From tent city to bustling mining town, it was the largest town in Lincoln County, with cultural events and an occasional bandit. Gold depletion and failure to grant railroad right-of-way caused its demise. Cedarville Cemetery, resting place of many White Oak citizens. But anyway, so now we'll go on. And there's a building here. I think this building dates back to that time. The building there on the left, if you can see it, I'm sure you can. And on the right here, the building is the museum. And you make donations, and it says, yeah, we're open. So we'll check that out. I'll do the museum later, but I'll do a drive-in tour first. There are some old original buildings. This is one of them right here. I'll try to pull in at enough of an angle so that you can see it. But this is, I'm sure, this was an old bank or hotel building, probably. It's all boarded up and locked and says closed. They've got a lot of old stuff that was used here at that time. Well, it's 325 something. I don't know what the name of the street is, but they got some pictures and stuff on the inside. It would be interesting to go inside there, and you probably can by appointment. But we'll drive on down into the big city of White Oak. Hope I don't get caught in the 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock traffic. Both of them will be out. The street we're on right here is called White Oaks Avenue, so that's what that is. And on we go. There's a little, is this the little bar? I think it might be. No. Yeah, that's got to be the bar. That's the bar right there. I'll show you more of it. I went to it many years ago. I can't imagine me going in a bar. Does that shock y'all? It shocks me even thinking about it. The fire ranger says fire danger is high today. It's high every day, I'm sure. What else have we got here? We're about to run out of White Oaks here, guys. There's the Moondance Branch. And I imagine after going down to that bar for a while, you see a lot of moon dances. There's no building there. Virden for sheriff, V-I-R-D-E-N. White Oaks Pottery, 3 1/4 miles. Well, I'm not going to drive 3 1/4 miles down a washboard road to see a pottery place, okay? So we're going to turn around right here at the official turning around site. On down the road, it says Isle of Skye Farm, I think. Plant nurseries, open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Antique apple trees. All right. Yeah, that is definitely what you call a washboard road. Now we'll turn around. We won't be facing the sun so much, and you'll be able to see a little better. That old house, let me see if I can get you to see this. That old house up there is an original. Let's see if I can zoom a little bit here. Well, you're not going to be able to see it because my camera's shooting too high, I think. For some reason, it's not in the picture. Anyway, let's go on here. Let me zoom out. Okay, there we go. Back on the main drag in White Oaks, New Mexico. Yeah, some of these old buildings are the original buildings, and of course, that interests me. Of course, I mean, I don't know why it does. I guess because I'm getting to be a little bit of an antique myself. This is Highway 349. What you do, you go, I guess, north out of Carrizozo for about 3 miles, and there'll be a little bitty sign that says whatever. Let's see if I can see a sign here. It'll say White Oaks, and you just turn off to the right, and it's 9 miles down this road to here. But yeah, they've got some of the old original houses still out here, and you probably, I don't know if they have tours or not, or if any of them are open. There's an old building down there, I think is an old schoolhouse, and we might be able to get down there if the road isn't too bad. Several old homes here. I like this old building here. I mean, you can just see the people going in and out of there buying hardware and stuff. This will be another washboard road here. I'll go a little slow. There's the place, the back porch. I think that's the name of that bar. I'm not sure. You see that building straight ahead there on the right? I think that was an old school building. Sometimes it's open and sometimes it ain't. I'm sure, well, there's nothing there today, nobody around. I was going to drive down to it, but the road is a little bit rough for old Dad here. Here's some old cars parked here. One of them looks like an old Studebaker on the right, and the other one's an old Woody, I guess, an old van from the 50s. This is the back of that building. You can see how it was built. You know, they just put in that sandstone rock, but they didn't use any mortar. You know, that, well, let's see, is there mortar? Yeah, there's a little mortar in some of those. I'm always amazed at how buildings stand like that. They make that mortar so, or the bricks so perfect that they never fall. There's a little place for sale there, a little log cabin. You can buy you a log cabin in White Oak. It's a high desert home and land, 575-648-2665. Talk about in the middle of nowhere, folks. You would officially be there, okay? Well, I'll pull up here to this museum. I hate to go in because I've been in there before, and every time I go in there, I leave more of a donation than if they'd have charged a fee. But here it is. This is White Oaks. I'll let you see it. A little bump here. Hang on. There's a sign right here in front of me, if you can see that sign. But anyway, it says White Oaks Town Site. It shows the original map, and this is the White Oaks Miners Home and Miners Museum and Miners Tool Shed, and it says, yes, we're open. But what that is, I think the individual lives near here, because the last time I was here, I pulled up and I was fixing to leave, and here come a lady walking up. So she's somewhere, or was back when, within walking distance of this place. They got a little rocking chair on the front. But anyway, guys, I'll end this video, and then I'll possibly do another one here inside the museum. But anyway, from what is it called? I got long-term memory, don't I? White something in New Mexico. This is Rusty78609 saying, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything your little heart desires. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission. It doesn't cost you a dime. And so what else? Stretch, walk, keep your health. All this ending is about keep your health, stand guard at your door, your mind, and all that stuff. But anyway, do all those good things, guys. You've heard it all before. So anyway, enjoy your life one day at a time. It's White Horse. White Oak. It's White Oaks. That's what it is. Anyway, enjoy. Adios.